Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. And today we are finally going to put some wheels on the E63S, guys. So before I jump in the video, first thing shout out to my whole Boost in Motion family. I'm already blocking and loaded, packed all the wheels and everything away. It is not that easy to be moving this car around, but let's go. Let's get into it. All right. All right, guys. So first thing, shout out to my whole Boost in Motion family. Like I said, please hit that like button because today I'm going to try to do everything POE so you guys don't have to look at my freaking face. So let's head out to N-Track Tires, which is pretty much the only tire place I really go to get anything fixed on my tires and wheels for any of my cars. So let's go. All right, guys, so we're almost there. And I want to just quickly say this. This GLC 300, remember my car, when the transmission went and I had all those issues, I had 3 to 4 courtesy cars Mercedes-Benz gave me. And I'm not going to lie, out of all the Benzes I've driven, my 2 AMGs, the C300 and the GLC 300 and the E300, I actually like the little Jeep the most. I think it was the car I could toss around the most. It actually was pretty peppy. I didn't have to worry about driving in certain roads or anything, and it had backspace and room. I really did like the car, but the only thing I would say the downfall is it reminded me too much of my C63 because it had this very similar interior. So nonetheless, that's all I would really say about that car. All right, guys, pulling up to N-Track Auto. Yes, owner got his G80 out here. It already looks like a busy freaking place. All right, guys, so now we are at N-Track Tires. Now, it used to be called N-Track Tires, but now it's going to be called N-Track Auto because they will be going more into different businesses in the automotive field. So that's why they're not N-Track Tires anymore. So if you Google it, make sure you put N-Track Auto, okay? Now, we're going to be doing a simple wheeled and tire change. We're taking off the OEM wheels. Now, some of you guys may think that they look nice. Some people say they look cool. I particularly don't like them because they look like 5 triangles, and it's just not my thing. And I've seen them. I was debating on getting them redone in just silver, but I also seen them in silver, and I didn't like that either. But just don't like the design of the wheel. So, as I probably dropped that video talking about, I came across these oldie cheap and affordable HRE wheels. Now, these HRE wheels are, I can't remember the model right now off the top of my head, but I got them for crazy still. And we're going to swap over the TPMSs from Mercedes to these. And also, because I don't like the tire size of these are 295, 30, 20. I never like the 30 sidewall on the 295. It's just too thin to me. It's like some of you guys may think differently. I particularly don't like it. So what I like the most about when I purchased these wheels, these are, give me a second, guys. It's 265 and yeah, 255/40 R20s in the front. So this is a thicker sidewall, and 295/35 are in the rear. Now we're going to go with a wider wheel. The wheel is also going to be 20 by 11 on a 45 offset, and the front wheel is a 20 by 9.5, and I think it's a plus 25 offset. So it's definitely going to change up the whole look of the car, and we're going to have more sidewall because honestly, I just don't like paper thin tires. I just don't. I mean, you guys may like it. The car's in comfort mode right now, so it's not all the way down, but I like to have a bit more tread. So nonetheless, when they're ready, we're going to be bringing the car in, and we're going to be getting some stuff done. Now, this is some of N-Track's gallery that they're setting up. They got a wheel wall right here, which is super dope. Now, I actually came across this wheel for my car, and I saw it on a couple of S-classes. And it was selling for a good steal. It was selling them for about $1,500 to I think it's $2,000 with bad tires. But the only reason why I didn't get those is because they're 2-piece wheels that are welded. So I believe the chrome lip was messed up and you can't replace it. So I chose not to go with that. But all these other wheels are some of my fan favorites. I've always loved those Valsons. Amazing looking wheels. Always loved those. I'm not particularly fond of the directional wheels such as these from Valson. Not really my thing. And everything else I've seen so much replication of. I've seen people replicate these, those, and even Renan makes their own one-piece design of those. Now these Valsons look really good, the hybrid forge one, but this offset is sick. Look how deep this offset is. Think about that. That offset is sick. This probably goes on like a wide-body Hellcats and stuff, something with a crazy low offset. But also remember that Interact tires do powder coating also. So a lot of these wheels are actually getting repainted. Now these are another one of my fan favorites. These are RS05 double Rs. I love these wheels. These are like my jewels. I really wish they made these in a 19 and a 20 inch. I have seen 20 inch pop up on eBay, but some people are saying they're fake or not. But they make them like an 18 by 11 and like a 15 offset. I don't have any cars with that deep. And 18-inch, Infinities, unless it's like a Maxima or something like that, you're not going to really put 18s on an Infinity. But nonetheless, these are some of the wheels. These are for like the truck guys. And these are OEM BMW wheels. Those look really good over there in black. I like these wheels too. Another Ultra. I like Super Turismos a little bit more than the Ultra Ligeras. Super Turismos a little bit more. And a Seuss. Let me say a Zazg. And a couple of more OEM wheels painted in black. I think that's a motorcycle wheel. So that's super dope. But once again, they're definitely setting everything up. This car is pretty clean. SC300. I know I got to shout out to that YouTuber. I forgot his name. He has a red SC300. I came across him off his IG, and the car was sick. But I've always loved and wanted to get into not the coupe. I wanted to get a GS300 or a GS400, but not for performance, just for just straight looks. Bags or static and coils and clean interior, and just keep it just like that. But this is kind of fire too. Ooh, that's fire, that's fire. What do you guys think? How does these new speeds look like on the R32? I really like it. That's a typical multi-spoke wheel with 18-inch with some Falcons. Looks really good. I like that tire tread too. All right, you got the fronts on, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm liking the look. It's nothing crazy. It's pretty simple. But the only issue, and the car hasn't all the way down, but the only issue that we're having is because the hub rings that I have, they're so close to spec that it's going to be very hard for us to get the wheels off if I get a flat. So in the future video, if I get a flat and I can't get the wheel off, it's going to be so freaking upsetting. So freaking upsetting. The fronts, I would assume, definitely do need a spacer. So I'm going to have to end up taking this off regardless at some point, which is super annoying. So now as I sit here and think about it, right, the rear ones are good. I like the fitment, and as I told you guys, I'm gonna change. Gotta get the front fitment better. Now I do have some spacers made for 5x112, but remember I'm using wobble bolts, so the wobble bolts aren't extended. Yeah, that's not gonna work, because when you use spacers on these cars, you want to get extended. They use bolts that are a little bit longer. So here's an example. These are the wobble bolts right here, right, and they're pretty short. Now if you want to use extended bolts, right, here's the spacer kit I have. Look how long it is compared to those. It's a huge difference in length. See? So yeah, so if I'm going to use a spacer, which is right here, right, I can't add on a spacer and then use these lug bolts, because it's not going to be able to go through and catch, because the spacer and the wheel goes on top of here. So I have to use the longer bolts. So that is a little bit frustrating and has me a little deterred. And thinking about it now, the biggest I have is a 17 here, and I don't even think even if I added a 17 it would really even help much based on how it will look. You'll probably need like a 25 in the front, but nonetheless, I'm gonna see how it turns out and everything like that. And I'm also gonna look to change. Other thing I'm also looking to change on the car is these hub rings, because these hub rings are way too tight. I had to cut them to size because I couldn't get the right widthness that I needed for it. So it's super tight. So in the future, I'm gonna end up swapping these hub rings out to a smaller, thinner one, so that the wheel can come going on and off, because right now it is super snug on there that it might be even hard for me to get it off if I ever get a flat. So got to be preventative, and I was already into the build, so it's like we didn't want to screw myself with this. I had to do what I got to do, you know. And just like that, guys, we are back. We made it back to Brooklyn. So now this is the final setup. No, it's not. We're going to end up doing spacers on the front wheel because I don't like that sunken look. The fitment's not good. Also, the car is as low as it can go right now on the active setting, where it would lower the car for you. So this is pretty much my ride height. Let's take a better look. The rear fitment is perfectly fine. There's no rubs, there's no scrubs or anything like that, unless it's like really bad road. But the suspension's pretty stiff, so it doesn't even go much under the wheel well. Front one, same thing, no issues there, no problems. It's just that I need spacers. We can't do this. Like, look how much of my hand disappears before I touch the wheel. That's too much. So I need at least 25 millimeters. I'm assuming 25 millimeters for the front, because I Boost like his, car to be set up properly. But nonetheless, this is the look. And what I can tell you guys is, coming from a 30 sidewall, because it was 295/30 in the rear and 265/35 in the front, and I went 255/40 in the front with a 295/35 in the rear. I like functional fitment. It makes sense. It always makes sense. I know it may not be the best looking because the tires are not clean and everything right now. And I'm also not really as excited about the wheels as I thought I would be. I thought I'd be way more into the look of them. They go with the car, but I don't know. It's missing something. A little bit of me think that the black wheels might have been better. I was thinking about powder coating these wheels. So I'm thinking about it. I think if I could have done that, I could have powder coated the wheels black, or go with a different wheel design. So in my head, I'm a little sad about that, but nonetheless, I do like the look of it, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. Do you think that the wheels look good? Yes or no? I mean, I know you guys can be honest with me and keep it straight up. So outside that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you for N-Track Tires for always doing their great work, hooking up your boy Boost, making sure your boy Boost is ready, set, and go. So guys, already know what to do. Add me at boostinmotion.g, Facebook, and boostinmotion@gmail.com. Otherwise than that, guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some Boost in Motion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.